What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 episode 15. So we know that the reunion has been filmed, so we know we are winding down. This was the second trip. They are home, so we probably have maybe, I don't know, 2 more episodes, maybe give or take, before we get to the end of the season. And I enjoyed this episode. Now, I know some people are going to say, it was boring and we didn't, but I thought this was a really, really good episode. Look, everything doesn't have to be a fight for it to be a compelling episode. And I honestly think that this was a really, really good episode. And I think that something we see in this cast that I think is lacking in some other casts at this time is they for the most part, not everybody, because you know, whenever you have a group of 6 or 7 people, everybody not gonna like everybody, but I think that there's a general respect for everybody on this cast. So the ladies, we pick up where we left off with Sutton still being upset, and her and Kyle comforting her, and then her friend, what was his name, Bruno? It's Bruno tonight. He shows up, and child, they put Mercer's ashes in an actual box. Listen, so, and them ashes been in that Ziploc bag for 10 years. I mean, I guess she just wanted it to look pretty for Merce. I ain't mad about it. I ain't gonna talk about Merce. So they ride down to the water, which was a beautiful, whoever chose that location, I don't know if her friend that lives there chose that spot because he's familiar, or if production scouted that spot, or pre-production, I should say. But that spot, that location was beautiful, you guys. You know, Sutton explained to the ladies that this was sort of her saying goodbye to not just Merce, but to her father, to her marriage, and how, you know, and she gave us a little more insight on her marriage. She said, you know, she felt really alone and she was really lost, and, you know, but let me tell you something I like about Miss Sutton. She probably went into a really dark place when her husband filed for divorce, because she said literally he called her and was like, you need to get a lawyer because you're gonna be served papers today. And I think that her husband really thought that she was just going to lay down and let him give her whatever he felt like she deserved. But y'all remember when Sutton told Denise Richards that she needed to get a forensic accountant, and she needed to do this and do this and do that when she was dealing with her custody situation with Charlie Sheen, and Denise got mad at her. But baby, fast forward, we now see that Sutton knew what the hell she was talking about, because that's what she had to do with her husband, and you see how she living. And then after they threw the ashes, which ended up coming back and hitting all of them in the face. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I have seen this happen so many times when the people go to spread the ashes and the wind carry the ashes in a different direction. I hope that don't happen to me, because that is what I want. I want to be cremated, and I want my ashes to be scattered in the ocean, which is my favorite place to be, is the water. And I hope that don't happen to my people, because I don't want to go back home with you hoes. I want to be right there in that water where I asked you to put me. Anyway, so each lady came up one at a time and said what they wanted to leave there in the water. They had their symbolic flower wreath. Now, I did not watch the after show where Crystal explained that she felt uncomfortable with the flower wreath, and I did notice that she did not wear it. She did let something go, but she did not wear the wreath. So I might go back and find out why. I know some of y'all tried to tell me. I don't know if I care enough, but it is what it is. So the first person to go was Garcelle, and Garcelle said she wanted to let go of loneliness. She wanted to let go of her daddy issues. You know, she said it was really hard for her because her father left when she was 3, showed back up when she was 14, falling in love with the man that she thought was going to be the man of her dreams, that betrayed her, and that she's just really been in a lonely space, and so she wants to let that go. Anne Marie went, and she said that, you know, she's a self-confident woman. But that she said, I know I come off as a self-confident woman, but I still deal with a lot of, things in my life. And so I want to continue to work on becoming a better me. I'm sorry. I want to work on becoming a better me. I don't know. She said something else, but whatever. Okay. Crystal said that she wants to, she knows she has to let her brother go because she was like, because he's leaving probably forever. And then they give us this flashback scene where her brother said he just going to split his time. He said he going to live half of the year over in Asia and the other half of the year here. Girl, calm down. Y'all are rich. He can fly home whenever he feel like it. I mean, I understand. I know what somebody going to say. Well, there was a whole pandemic and he got stuck. Listen. We had that was the first pandemic in 100 years. He rich. He can fly the red eye. He can fly first class. Hell, he might even be able to charter a jet whenever he want to come see his mom and his sister. And I find it interesting that, Crystal, you are in your late 30s and your brother is older than you, yet your brother got to move all the way across the world to a whole nother continent to get away from you and your mama. But I did like that bag you had. It was real cute or whatever. Child, who was next? Kyle wants to let go. I don't know. I don't even remember what Kyle said. Her relationship with her sister. She never really talks about her relationship with Mauricio because she said that she's not ready to share that with the ladies yet. But she does talk about her relationship with her sister and how she dealt with that and the hurt from that. Dorit want to let go of her PTSD. Erica wants to let go of the drama of the last 2 years. And she said, even though some of you ladies hurt me, I really want to let that go. And I was like, Erica, I done said it for the last 2 episodes. I don't know why they dragging this out. I guess it's the only storyline that Erica Jane has because they saving all of her storyline for this spinoff that ain't nobody gonna watch. And don't ask me to review it because I'm not. I'm probably not gonna watch it. Damn sure ain't gonna review it. So maybe that's what they saving all the Erica storyline. But if I got to hear her whine one more time about how the ladies didn't have her back and they weren't there when she needed her and they questioned her. And listen, Erica, you would have done the exact same thing. Had that been anybody else on that cast, you would have done the same thing they did, given the same information and the same sequence of events. Had that been Kyle, had that been Lisa, had that been, damn sure had it been Sutton, Garcelle, or Dorit. Oh my gosh. But I feel like you would have been like that with any of them ladies. So, girl, go somewhere and get over yourself. Moving on. Crystal does end up apologizing to Erica, and she felt like, that meant something. All right, girl. So, the ladies head back, and they are going to a flamenco restaurant. They've been practicing their flamenco for their final night in Barcelona. So, the ladies are getting dressed, and baby, they have on all red except for Kyle. Now, this what I don't understand, Kyle. You gonna sit here and tell me, because they said that she didn't have a good red dress. You mean to sit here, excuse me, I'm sorry. You mean to sit here and tell me that Kyle probably has a closet the size of my entire house, okay? Square footage. And she didn't have options for a red dress? You mean to tell me that Kyle has stopped at every shop, every vendor, every hole in the wall since they got to Spain, and she ain't found no way that she could buy a red dress so that she could be in tune with the color code for the evening? So her dress is orange. Everybody else is wearing red, but her dress is orange. Dorit can't walk them cobblestone streets in her shoes, talking about something. You would think, as long as I lived in Europe, I would learn how to maneuver these cobblestone streets in my heels. It kind of make me feel like maybe you wasn't living in Europe as long as you said you was living in Europe. Or that while you was living in Europe, you wasn't wearing the Manolo Blahniks or something. Or the Dolce & Gabbana. Or the Louboutin. Like whatever. I feel like you was wearing some Nikes. Because how you couldn't walk through them cobblestone streets like that? So, on the bus, on the way back, I skipped a step. The ladies got to talking about, or might have been on the bus on the way to the flamenco. Either way, somewhere along the way, they was having a conversation about marriages and divorces and signing papers and reading papers and not reading papers and all of that. And something was like, I don't know what's wrong with none of y'all hoes on this here apparatus, but I don't know how any of y'all could be sitting here talking about y'all didn't do this and y'all didn't do that. Are you crazy? Have y'all lost y'all ever loving mind? Don't you ever sign? I don't care what kind of marriage you in. You just sign stuff that's put in front of you. Have you not read anything? And even Erica was like, learn from my mistakes, girls, because baby, let me tell you something. You can't trust none of that. Now, Kyle is the main one sitting there talking about she just saw whatever Mauricio put in front of her. I mean, is that your way of getting us ready for this divorce that's coming? And when you find out that you're not getting what you think you're getting, or you ain't gonna live the way you think you're living because you and Mauricio, because Mauricio done had you sign a bunch of documents signing away your rights. I mean, is that what you're trying to like get us ready for? Are you trying to cushion us for that? Because I feel like that's what you just did in that moment. Because Kyle Richards, you are not going to sit here and tell me that in the 20 years or 15 years or however long you and Mauricio been married, you mean to sit here and tell me that you don't have any idea what your financial situation is in the event of there being a demise of y'all's marriage / relationship? Girl, bye. You've made your own money over the years. So she was like, I don't pay any bills. Mauricio pays all the bills. He pays all the taxes. He does this. He does that. Now, I don't know nothing about divorce law in the state of California. Clearly, I'm nobody's attorney, and I certainly can't keep up with the laws down to the LA with the property law and prenup, no prenup, and I don't know. But I'm not getting ready to sit here and believe that Kyle is as clueless and as unprepared as she tried to lead us on in that conversation. But whatever. So we get to the restaurant, and the ladies are eating. And Anne-Marie asks, and I know production slid this to her. And I'm going to tell you how I know production slid it to her, because she couldn't even repeat it right. Anne-Marie talking about some, well, Erica, I know earlier you were saying something about, your past with this group, however she worded it. I mean, what did you mean by that? So that opens up the door for Erica to then talk about why she feels like the ladies, betrayed her, and how, she's over it now. She's in a better place now, but how, ultimately she felt betrayed by this group, and they didn't have her back, and they still haven't really acknowledged that they were wrong or apologized to me. Girl, bye. You're not getting it. Crystal gave you one. You better take it and keep it moving. Take the win, because that's the only place it's coming. Because Garcelle ain't giving you nothing, because Garcelle don't feel no different, and Sutton ain't giving you nothing, because I don't think Sutton feel no different. And let's be clear, Erica, you're not going to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I done already told y'all that just because that the appeal situation is still not resolved and the judge has still not made a final decision. Let's be clear. You lost the first decision. You filed an appeal, which means that you were on defense, not offense, my love. Anyway. Then they went around the table and each person said what their favorite part of the trip was. And again, I thought this was nice because at the end of the day, I do like the fact that sometimes we can end these trips in a good place. We can say we had a good time. And that's the one thing Erica said was this was the best trip that she's taken in a long time. Because, of course, the last couple of years, the trips have been horrible for Erica. I mean, Aspen, when they went down to La Quinta, wherever that was, they went. Not once, but twice. Both of those situations, well, none of those situations were really good for Erica. Crystal says she liked when they made the paella, child. I don't know, the flamenco. Everybody says something that they really enjoyed. Then they brought up the fact that Erica's residency kickoff was happening, but Erica didn't invite everybody. She gave a special invitation to like Kyle. We know Kyle DeReed, Lisa Rinna, somebody else went. So Sutton took this as an opportunity to congratulate Erica and say, even though we weren't invited, we wish you the best. Everybody wasn't invited, we wish you the best. See, Sutton, you dry begging for an invitation, and I know you know proper etiquette, and I know you know Southern etiquette, and I know you know high-class etiquette. Baby, if you weren't invited, don't ask. That is my motto. That is my philosophy. Now, when I was younger, I used to do what Sutton did. I know about an event. I didn't get invited, so let me fish around for an invitation so I can go, even though I clearly wasn't on the list. And I'm just now getting the invitation out of charity. No, I don't play them games no more. Because, baby, when I tell you I am comfortable sitting in this living room in front of this good TV, sometimes just talking to y'all, I am okay with that, okay? Ain't nobody got to invite me. Baby, if I was a first string, I damn sure ain't no runner up. So, at the end of the day, Sutton, I was very disappointed that you was so pressed to go to Erica's damn residency in Vegas, and you know good and damn well you don't care to see that show. Then the ladies did the flamenco, and child, they went home. Okay, it was great. It was a great moment. Then we have this scene, which is really weird. It was just sort of thrown on at the end. It was like the last 3 minutes of the episode, so I really didn't understand why we even had to sit through it. But basically, it was Dorit talking to Kyle about her marriage with Mauricio. We find out that Kyle and Mauricio are in therapy and that they are talking. But Kyle says that she doesn't know if the therapy is working and that their communication is really their biggest issue. She was saying how, Mauricio doesn't like to fight. He doesn't like to argue, but then she'll hear him talking on the phone with somebody else and he'll talk about their problems going on at the agency or this going on or that going on. And she said, I don't understand why he doesn't talk to me about it. So, girl, there you go. So, there's that. That was the episode. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to y'all later.